On today's episode of Whatever the Heck That Means, we begin our series on the traits of a good entrepreneur with caring about helping others. Hello, friends. I hope you're having a good day, or at least making it better for someone else. I'm Sean Kennedy, founder and president of Symbiotric, and host and creator of Whatever the Heck That Means. Today, we explore what it means for caring about helping others to be one of the traits of being a good entrepreneur. Let's take a beginning by looking at happiness. There's a long tradition of thinking that goes back all the way to Aristotle that says happiness is the one thing we desire in and of itself. Everything else is desired for the sake of happiness. So how we define happiness has a big impact on all the action we take in our life, including those in business, including those in how we serve our customers. So let's take a little closer look at what this tradition of thinking has to say. It talks about 4 levels of happiness. The first level being about immediate gratification. It's kind of that animal instinct. It's kind of that wanting to take care of your physical needs. And so this is a place that, yes, some people can get stuck at, but it's pretty atypical for adults to be spending most of their time at just this level 1 of happiness. But unfortunately, it's not entirely uncommon that people get stuck at level 2. Level 2 is known as comparative and personal achievement. So this is where we start looking at what we are doing relative to other people. How well do I compare to someone else? Am I well appreciated, well liked relative to someone else? Is my business a material success right now? Am I able to buy that beautiful car or that house, go on the vacations I like? Is my achievement something that other people kind of or could be envious of? And this too is unfortunately common in our materialistic society, but this too is a level of happiness that doesn't make a good entrepreneur. If we're pursuing happiness at level 2, we're focused much more on ourselves, and our business decisions also end up being focused much more on what we get out of it rather than the value that we're providing to our customers. So the 3rd and 4th levels are the ones that we want to be at as entrepreneurs, and I think that we want to be at as people as well, because this is where we really get to the happiness that is enduring and that cannot really very easily be taken away from us. So certainly at level 3, it's difficult to take this away, and I would even say at level 4, maybe it's unshakable. So level 3 is known as contributive, and this is where you are going to be finding happiness in how you are helping out other people, finding out happiness in the way that you serve them, the value that they get out of it. You see other people's successes as something to be celebrated, and you feel a huge sense of gratitude and joy when they have success because of something you've helped them with. Whether that's your product, the service you offer, a conversation you had, mentoring you did, whatever it is. At this level of happiness, we are looking for the good of others. And really, as we'll see in a minute, if we're not thinking about the good of the others, we're building our business wrong. And then the 4th level is the ultimate good. And this is transcendental, is a word that's often used when we talk about this type of happiness. This is looking beyond. And this is coming into an idea, something that I have made as one of my core values, anchoring core values. And it's something known as the Stockdale Paradox. It came from James Stockdale, who was a prisoner of war in Vietnam. And he observed the difference between the mindsets of people who were in the camp with him. Some of them were way over optimistic. We were going to be out by Christmas. We'll be home by Easter. But as Christmas and Easter passed by and they were still there, they lost hope. They despaired. And many of them gave up on living. There were another group that was completely pessimistic. And they fell into kind of a nihilistic view of life, like there was no purpose to anything other than really falling down to the first and second levels of happiness, immediate gratification and comparative benefit over those other prisoners that were with them. And these were often those who would collaborate with their captors to try and get ahead just for themselves. But James Stockdale, he took the approach of being brutally honest about where he was and his current situation, and at the same time having an unyielding faith that things would turn out in the end. And for him, whether it was this world or the next one, that end was going to be good. And I believe that this is something that good entrepreneurs do as well, looking at least to how they can contribute to other people in society around them, but probably as well looking to some sort of ultimate good beyond just having an outcome for themselves and beyond just contributing in the immediate to the good of someone else. So a little more about why this definition matters. So you probably, or you may have heard of Peter Drucker. He's a celebrated business leader or business idea guy. That's a bad way to put it, but whatever. That's what came out of my head right now. So Peter Drucker observed almost 70 years ago, it is the customer who determines what a business is, what it produces, and whether it will prosper. And more than that, we can also observe that our customers' experience of value from our offering, whether it's a product or service, is subjective. So this means that we're not in control of anything anyway. Well, not of nothing whatsoever. But what our business is, if we want it to be successful, if we want it to thrive and prosper, we have to be paying attention to our customers. We have to be looking to serve them and understand the value that they're getting or not getting from our offerings. So if you're not centered on your customer and their experiences of value, if you're not learning how the ever-changing market is affecting your customers and your business, if you're not learning how you can increase your customers' experience of value, you're missing out on the potential product improvements you have, the new service ideas that you could have, the understanding of friction in your way of doing business that detracts from the value experience of your customers. The impact of this is that if you're in business to pursue happiness level 1 or 2, you'll be outcompeted in the long run because your better competitors, those with a higher view of happiness, are in fact caring about their customers, are caring about the value that they get and the happiness that they themselves achieve because of their commercial interaction with your product and service, with your company. So you're going to be outcompeted in the long run by entrepreneurs who do have a higher view of happiness. So something interesting as well. If you're in business for level 4 happiness, the transcendental one, this becomes something that is immensely attractive. So more loyal and passionate employees will come to you because of this, because they can detect, they can feel that higher level of meaning that you are bringing to the business, and they want to be a part of it. You'll also create more supportive and effective partnerships with your suppliers, with other companies that provide complementary services. They too will be attracted to your view on doing business. And your view on doing business will also see good in these relationships, in partnerships, and in building them and long-term value. And finally, you will attract and retain more customers. The underlying and the common theme of this is employees, partners, and customers are all people. And as humans, we have some sort of magic or sixth sense for knowing and understanding what the motivators are behind the people and the actions they're taking as they come into our lives. And so by being more focused on the good in the long run, you're able to attract to yourself more and better employees, partners, and customers. So, do you understand a little better what you need to do, stop doing, or keep doing well to create the beautiful business you've always imagined? Like and subscribe if you do, and let me know in the comments either way. If you have a question about this topic or others that this video has put in mind for you, drop the question in the comments section also. Visit WTHTM.com to find more helpful content, like our free resource, 5 books to read and apply to become a better entrepreneur, which you can get at WTHTM.com/5books. That's the number 5 and the word books. If you think you need help building your beautiful business, going from feeling behind, uncertain, and stuck doing what you have to being on track, confident, and doing what you love to do, contact me through symbiotric.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. Until next time, go and make someone else's life a little better than it was.